We're back with 22Plinkster, the trick shooting superstar, and we're going to take a look at a few more of his greatest hits. So I got to ask, well, at what point did you know you had a serious following?
Oh, my goodness. I still remember the night my YouTube channel hit 10,000 subscribers.
Uh-huh.
And I remember when it hit 100 subscribers. And, but I remember when it hit 10,000 subscribers, and I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Life can't get any better than this. And it's kind of weird, because my wife does shoot. Mm-hmm. I don't bring my wife or my kids or anything on my videos just because I don't, we were talking off air about this. I don't want the comments and I don't want to have to deal with that.
I'm the same
way.
But
she's not an avid shooter, but she does have her carry permit and she does shoot with me at the range. And, she thought what I was doing was just pretty much a hobby. Like, whatever, that nobody watches it, whatever, I just want to get out of the house and shoot guns. That was my excuse. I kept saying, man, I got to make a video this week. And I guess what really, caught her off guard was, I guess it was about 2 years ago. She's an elementary school teacher and she was teaching second grade at the time. And she was taking the kids' folders from classroom. And one of the kids had 22Plinkster written on the top of his folder. And my wife was like, where did you hear that? Or where did you see that? She said, man, me and my dad, we watch all his videos. He does these trick shots. And she goes, you watch his stuff? He goes, yeah, he's great. And she said, he's my husband. And he said, no, you're not. You're not. So she had to get the picture off her desk and show the kid, look, I'm married. And said, no, that's not him. He doesn't have a hat on. And I was like, no, I'm serious. That's him. So, it was kind of funny, but I guess it hit her at that point. And then she went to NRA with me 1 year and she kind of saw the following and everything. She was like, well, now I know that you're just not on the range. You actually have a following. So, it's been amazing, man. I've had my wife has supported me. Kids support me. And, my kids think it's cool because, a lot of their kids in their school watch me and all this stuff. And they'll see me at a ball game. They're like, hey, can I have your autograph? I'm like, yeah, sure. I said, and it's just awkward. I don't know about you, but is it awkward when people recognize you?
I remember there's this one time, about several years ago, I was at a Top Golf with my then girlfriend, and we were leaving Top Golf, and then we were standing at the valet line waiting for the car to be brought around. So I walk up to the booth and I hand the guy my ticket, and I say a couple of words, and I guess that's what tipped her off. But there was a lady there standing with two other guys. There were two ladies standing with two other guys, and then my girlfriend at the time was standing off to the side waiting for me, and I can hear like whispering and murmuring, like, oh my God, like and this is at the point where like I had half the following at that point. Like it wasn't even like anywhere near where it was now. Yeah. And all I remember for a split second it went quiet, and then I hear, it is him. And then all of a sudden, like she just attacks me and like grabs me by the neck. And then I'm looking at my girlfriend like, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm terrified because now she's like looking at me like, what in the world is going on right now? Like, so after that, and I'm still not used to it. Whenever people do recognize me, it usually throws me off guard. Just because naturally I'm kind of in my own world in my head, just kind of going about life. And then every once in a while, somebody will pull me out of it and it's like, hey, you're such and such. I'm like, oh, yeah. So, yeah.
Sometimes, that's why I always tell them, they're like, hey, you're 22Plinkster. I'm like, sometimes. So, no lie, man. I had the scare of my life about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I was going to the 1,000-man shoot in Arizona. So I was flying out of Nashville, going to Phoenix. And, as much shooting as I do, I shoot, it's not uncommon for me to shoot 2,000 rounds a week. And, I've got ammo, I've got guns. It's my livelihood. It's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always triple checking and quadruple checking my bags when I get on a flight and stuff like that. And I'm always paranoid. I'm like, I'm going to leave a 9mm round there or a magazine in there. And it's just like scares me to death. So I go through I'm walking up to security at the Nashville airport, and I make eye contact with the TSA agent probably about 30 yards away. And I'm like, all right. And there's bomb sniffing dogs. There's everything going around. There's like high security. I'm like, oh no. He stands up and just makes a beeline towards me. I'm
the
like,
dog or the agent?
The agent.
Okay.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Because I am carrying a stainless steel briefcase, which it has all my camera stuff, because I'm not going to check that in. That's a carry-on.
Pretty much.
And I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. So he walks up to me and said, sir, I need to look in that bag. I said, not a problem. He said, I want to make sure you don't have your Franken pistol with you. And he watched my Franken pistol video of my Ruger Mark III build, and he's like, you are 22Plinkster, aren't you? I'm like, maybe. And I said, no, man. He said, can I have your autograph? So I gave the TSA agent security guy my autograph, and he scared me to death. I was like, oh my goodness. So, but yeah, I never could. I never can get used to that.
Yeah,
so.
No, I don't. I don't either. I act cool, calm, and collected, but in my mind, I'm freaking out. So I have to ask.
Yeah.
Now you're known as a 22 guy. I'm pretty sure you shoot other calibers.
Oh yeah, I shoot everything, man.
So I want to do a hypothetical, or maybe not so hypothetical.
Okay.
If you were forced to conceal carry a 22, what gun would that be?
Oh my word! Why? You did it to me.
Yeah, I
did. Can I have two choices or just?
Fine. Only because you're a cripple.
Okay. All right. First, if I have to conceal carry, and I would pick a North American Arms, the Pug, the 22 Magnum revolver.
Okay.
Just because it is a revolver and it's going to go bang. Okay. I don't have to worry about it jamming or anything like that. Plus, it's a 22 mag load, so it's not the best for self-defense, but it's better than a sharp stick. If I had a primary gun and that I had to use, I would be carrying an SR-22, regular Ruger SR-22, and I would be having 36 grain CCI mini mags loaded in it because those perform the best out of that 4-inch barrel. So, 3 1/4, whatever it is. So, yeah, I've actually get that question a lot. People are like,
really?
So what 22 do you carry for self-defense? I'm like, I don't carry a 22.
Okay, so tell us what you do carry, if you don't mind.
It depends what mood I'm in. Usually,
you sound like me.
Yeah. So if it's wintertime and I've got a lot of clothes on, I will carry a H&K P2000, either in 40. I know, either in 40 or 357 sig. Okay. I'll carry those two, or I'll carry the VP9. Usually in the summertime, I'm carrying a Car PM9, or a Smith & Wesson M&P Performance Center 9mm shield. Those are the ones that I usually carry, but sometimes the 1911 or the wheel guns come out too.
Calls you.
It depends what calls me that day. So
I don't. The weird thing about me is, as much as I love HKs, I rarely carry them. I know if I could, I'd carry the VP9, and the reason why I don't is because I like to wear my little brother's T-shirts and stuff, right? So it's harder to conceal. So I need holsters that are really minimal. And they don't make a lot of minimal holsters for the VP9, or at least that I'm aware of. But I would, the moment I find one that works, like if they had like a Vanguard 2 from like Raven Concealment that worked with like a VP9, I'd probably carry the VP9.
So do you carry appendix or do you carry off the hip?
It depends. Majority of the time I'm at 3 o'clock off the hip. And sometimes I'll carry appendix. So like if I'm wearing a shirt that's a little too short, and I know I'm going to get a lot of rising up if I carry at 3 o'clock, and I know I'm going to do a lot of standing, I'll carry appendix.
Okay. Yeah. See, I've never even tried to carry appendix.
Really?
I my friend Tim, Military Arms Channel, that's all he carries is appendix.
Yeah, I know Tim. Yeah, he does. Tim is also 9'11". But then again, you're like 9'10". So.
I think he's 6'4" and I'm 6'6". So
so you're 10 foot.
Yeah, so there you go. So
do you know why I'm giving you extra height?
Why is that?
So in the event that I so happen, out of some random stroke of luck, you end up beating me in this basketball game, I can use the excuse that you're a giant.
Hey, listen, I'll play you in a game of horse. You know, I can beat you off one leg on a game of horse.
You know
so.
what? Let's see if we can get that set up. Let's see if we can at least do a game of horse for SHOT Show. If we can make that happen, and then follow that up possibly with a full out charity 2A basketball game.
Do you want me to bring a junior pro basketball for you?
Oh, you got jokes today, right? You got jokes.
Always jokes, man.
Okay. But no, man, I mean, it's a blast speaking with you, man. You got to come back on the show. Don't make this your last appearance. I really love having you on here.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Well, you have a good one, man. Take care of that knee because you're gonna need it. Because, you know, when you get dunked on by...
You keep talking. Keep talking.
Pretty much. But you have a good one, man.
All right, man. You be safe.
All right. So we're going to take a little break. And when we come back, gun lovers are about to get some more hassling from Hollywood. We're going to talk about this after this.